to all amateurs in the Maritime Province is scheduled for 1 hour. The net is also streaming live on YouTube at Rob, VE1RMJ. That's Victor Echo 1, Romeo, Mike, Juliet. So that everybody can follow the net and participate in the chat room. Amateurs will be called in by province. When you check in, please give us your call sign using proper phonetics. After maritime stations are called in, stations from outside the area will get a chance to check in. A reminder, due to a delay in the system, key up for a second or two before transmitting and keep the PTT button on for a second or two after your transmission has finished. Break. Okay, before we get started, do we have any announcements for the net? Any announcements? Go ahead, please. No announcements? Okay, let's move on to short time and mobile stations. So anybody on short time who can't stay around for the net, or mobile stations that might get out of range here before too long. So mobile or short time stations. Go ahead, please.
Victor Echo 1, Zulu Bravo mobile. Papa Sierra, short time. Victor Yankee 2, Golf Foxtrot.
Victor Echo 1, Juliet Sierra, VE1JS.
Victor Echo 1, Echo Juliet Mike.
Victor Echo 9, Papa Alpha Lima, short time.
Okay, that's a good start there. I'll take these, and then we'll do one more round here. So who I got so far is VE1 Zulu Bravo, VE1 Papa Sierra, VY2GF, VE1JS, VE1EJM, and VE9PAL. I'll take the mobile stations first. Mike, VE1 Zulu Bravo, come on in.
VE1 JBL, VE1 Zulu Bravo mobile. Excuse me. Good evening, Jim. Good evening, all. And not much report from Oxford. Hope you have a good net. And we'll be talking to you. VE1 Zulu Bravo mobile.
Yeah, okay, very good, Mike. Good to have you on board tonight. Thanks very much for coming in there tonight, and safe driving. 7-3 for now. VE1 PS, go ahead, Peter.
VE1 JBL in the group. VE1 PS, good evening, all. And nothing further, no further traffic to pass. Turn it back to you. Have a good evening.
Okay, very good, Peter. Thanks very much for coming in there, and have yourself a great evening. 7-3 for now. George, VY2GF, VE1 JBL. Go ahead.
Well, good evening, Jim, and everybody in the net, and thank you for doing the net. Well, it was a momentous day. I got the deck furniture stored for the winter, so tomorrow the most notable event is finally I'm getting my car rust checked. So hope everybody has a good week, and we look forward to the net next Wednesday. Victor Yankee 2, Golf Foxtrot.
Yeah, okay, very good, George. Good on everything there and what you got done there today. Yeah, I moved a lot of wood here today. All my piles are in the backyard there, but I move it around to the front deck for the winter and take everything off the front deck and load it up with wood for the winter, because I just got to come inside the door, and the wood stove is right there. So I pile all the wood on the front deck there. It's got an overhang on it, so I don't get much snow at all on the deck there for the winter. So it's always a good thing. So I started moving wood around there today. So, and we got a nice wood fire going on here tonight there for sure. So, anyways, thanks, George. Have yourself a great evening. 7-3 for now. John, VE1JS, VE1JBL. Come on in.
V1JBL on the net, V1JS. Good evening, Jim. Good evening, all. Not too much going on here. I've been busy around the house. Kind of had a workman here the last couple of weeks doing some much needed alterations inside, and my heating system is now working very well, and very happy about that. Anyway, 7-3 Paul. We'll look for you again next week. V1 JBL on the net, V1 Juliet Sierra, 7-3.
Okay, very good, John. Well, I'm glad the system is working that time of year here, so everything is working well here, so good stuff. Thanks very much for coming in. Have yourself a great evening, 7-3 for now. V1EJM, VE1JBL, good evening, Eric.
VE1 JBL, VE1 EJM. Yeah, it's Eric here in Dartmouth. Nothing to report, just heard the net on there. I thought I'd jump here and give you another mark on your slate, and hopefully if I'm not working next Wednesday night, I'll be able to jump in here again. So 7-3s, hope everybody has a great week. And this is Victor Echo 1 Echo Juliet Mike. I'm going to be clear.
Here. Anyways, thanks for coming in. Have yourself a great V9PAL, VE1.
Yeah, VE1 JBL, this is V9 PAL. I think you're calling me and you're cutting out in and out, so hopefully you're hearing me good from my node. Anyway, no traffic here. You guys all have a great week. V9 PAL.
Okay, very good, Paul. I boosted the power up. I was on low power here, so I boosted up to medium here. Hopefully that'll make a difference there. But anyways, got you. Thanks very much for coming in, and have yourself a great evening. 7-3 for now. Okay, let's take one more round of short time stations or mobile stations. So short time or mobile stations at this time. Go ahead.
Vector Echo 1, Golf Uniform Yankee.
VE1CG.
Okay, got two more stations here, VE1GUI and VE1CT. Any other short time or mobile station? Top of the list, VE1GUI. Go ahead, Joe.
VE1 JBL, VE1 GUI. Good evening, Jim. Good evening to everyone here on the Maritime Fusion Net here tonight on a Wednesday night. That wasn't too bad of a day here today. A little chilly down this morning, but it wasn't as bad as it was yesterday morning. It was a little bit chillier, and the morning before that was chillier. It was down to -1, but this morning is just +1, so. But anyway, other than that, I guess that time of the year is going to come and go, and we're going to have it warm by times, and we're going to have it cooler by times. So the cooler is coming more often from here on out. But anyway, that's the way it is. The seasons are here. We got to take it. See you later, V1 GUI.
Yeah, okay, very good, Joe, and everything there. Yeah, the seasons are changing, that's for sure. They're getting so dark so early, and then the time is going to change this Sunday too. So I guess, let me see now, it'll be darker another hour earlier in the evening there. So my goodness, yeah. But anyways, like you say, it's that time of year. Thanks very much for coming in. Have yourself a great evening. VE1CT, VE1JBL. Good evening, Robert. VE1CT, VE1 Charlie Tango, VE1 JBL. Okay, I'm not here, Robert. We'll try and get him in on the Nova Scotia round there. So, okay, so we've done 2 rounds of the short time, so let's open up here for our regular one. So we'll start, of course, with Prince Edward Island. Any stations from Prince Edward Island that would like to check in the Maritime Fusion Net? Stations from PEI only. Go ahead.
Victor Yankee 2, Charlie Golf Alpha.
Okay, you got Rodney in there, VY2CGA. Any other Prince Edward Island stations? Any other PEI stations for the Maritime Island? Nothing hurt, Rodney. You're all by yourself there. VY2CGA, VE1 JBL. Come on in.
Well, good evening, Jim. Yeah, I just happened to be in the shack here working on a project here, so I just heard you on there, so I thought I'd give you a shout. I'm not too often. I'm actually home in the evening, so it's this is a one-off there. So just want to drop in and say hello, and we'll wish everyone a great night. So Victor Echo 1, Juliet Bravo Lima, Victor Yankee 2, Charlie Golf Alpha.
Yeah, okay, very good, Roddy. Yes, it is. It's not very often we get you on here, so it's nice when you do make the time there. So thanks very much for taking part, and have yourself a great evening. Any other stations from PEI before we move on? Stations from Prince Edward Island. Go ahead. Nothing heard. Let's go into Nova Scotia. Stations from Nova Scotia. I'd like to check in the Maritime Fusion Net. First round, stations from Nova Scotia. Go ahead.
Victor Echo 1, Julie Whiskey, V1 JW.
Victor Echo 1, Echo Papa Delta.
Okay, I got 3 stations so far. I'll tell you who I have here. VE1JW, VE1HAP, and VE1EPD. Any other stations that I missed, or any other stations from Nova Scotia that would like to check in the net? Go ahead.
Victor Echo 1, Delta, Alpha, Delta.
And I got Dave at the end there, VE1DAD. Top of the list, very good evening, Eric. VE1JW, VE1JBL.
Hey, good evening, Jim, and everybody else on that. So we got a good start on. Nothing too exciting here, I guess. Been kind of laying around this week, having some issues with my circulation in my legs, so we're tending to that and waiting for a test or two at the hospital. But anyway, nothing real bad so far, but just a little bit of irritation and whatnot. So bad thing about getting old. Don't get old, Jim. It seems like as the older you get, more stuff to fall apart. So. And as they say, we're like classic cars. The replacement parts are harder to get than the new ones. So, other than that, we're doing okay. So just sitting there with the massager on my feet and listening along with interest. Other than that, nothing too startling here today. E1 JW.
Yeah, okay, very good, Eric. Good on everything. And yeah, you're right about the parts falling apart. That's for sure. So yeah, we're all getting up and finding that out very easily here. So that's the golden years for you. Anyways, thanks, Eric. Have yourself a great evening. 7-3 for now. Let's go down and see Happy. VE1HAP, VE1 JBL. Good evening.
VE1 JBL and the Fusion Net, VE1 HAP. Evening, Jim, and all on frequency. The other ones are coming behind and have been ahead of me. Just a regular day at work today, and after I come home tonight, I had a quick bite to eat, and then I went outside. I brought my golf cart home last week or so from the golf course. It's in 96 Yamaha electric, and I had noticed last time that I went golfing that I had a battery strap that was broken on it, so I bought some threaded rod. So I measured it last night, and I went in there and cut it, and figured, how do I get that out? And I figured, well, I'll just pull it straight out. I thought it was just bent, but it's got I guess a nut or something on the end, so was able to get one off and put a new one in there, and I had checked the batteries last night and put some distilled water in them, and charged it all night, charged them up, so tonight it's not going to be too cold, so I disconnected the charger, but I've got the threaded rods in there secure on the batteries, because if you let one go, all of a sudden you're going to have 2 or 3, etc., and your batteries will be flopping all around, so the batteries are too expensive on those to let them spoil. And it takes 6 8-volt batteries, so it's working pretty good. I enjoy it, and I just got a few knickknacks that I want to do before the winter hits. I've got it inside my garage. I'd like to have a heated garage to put it in, but I don't, so I guess just when it gets cold, I plug the batteries in so that they don't freeze. But they say if they're charged up, they will not freeze. But anyway, so that's about it. We're sitting down playing radio and just waiting for tomorrow morning for the alarm to go off, I guess. Hi. So we'll say 7-3s, and we'll catch you later on. V1 JBL, V1 HAP.
Yeah, okay, very good. Happy, good on everything there, and the golf cart there and the battery. So yeah, you got to look after them, and they'll be good for you for next year there for sure. So very good. Thanks, Happy, for coming in. Have yourself a great evening. 7-3 for now. Edwin, come on in. VE1 EPD, VE1 JBL.
VE1 JBL, VE1 EPD. I've been kind of busy all week, up to now anyway. Airport on Monday, and yesterday I went Thomas Plain Road for an appointment. Today worked all day on those shed at the camp. Tomorrow, 5 o'clock, I'll be back on the road for the airport. Another drop off at the airport, so it'll keep me busy up to now anyway. We'll see what the rest of the week brings when it comes around. VE1 JPL, VE1 EPD.
Yeah, okay, very good, Edwin. Well, as long as you keep busy, that's the main thing there. That's what I found, and I always tell a lot of people that are retiring, you got to keep yourself busy, for sure there. So good on everything there. Thanks, Edwin, for coming in. Have yourself a great evening. 7-3 for now. Okay, so let's go from West Pubnico to Lower West Pubnico and see Dave. VE1 DAD, VE1 JBL.
V1 JBL, V1 DAD. Good evening, Jim, and everybody on frequency. You didn't do a whole lot today, just played around in the shack here a little bit, straighten things out, and always something to play with in here, I guess. Straighten that out, and straighten out another little garage there, not too far away, 100 feet or so, straighten that out, and other than that, play around. Put them all away for this year. Hopefully I don't have to pull that out no more. Hopefully that's done for this year, and always all ready to put away the rest. So, anyhow, thanks for doing the net. Thanks for taking me in. You're doing a wonderful job. 73.
Yeah, okay, very good, Dave. Good on everything there. And yeah, I did that yesterday. I took all the toys out of the garage there, the tiller, the 2 lawnmowers, and what else? I guess the ride on, and there was something else I took out. And I put all the what do you call it, the gas stabilizer in it, and ran them down and stuff like that, and put them all in it. So I had everything going yesterday, and the only thing I couldn't get going was the snowblower. I got a brand new snowblower. Well, it's 2 years old now, but I've hardly ever used it. And that's the only machine I couldn't get going. So I'm not sure what's going on. I even tried plugging it in and using the electric start, and still couldn't get it going. So I got to figure out what's going on with that one, because that's the one I need now for the winter. So the lawnmowers and everything worked, but the snowblower didn't. So I'll have to look at that a little bit closer, find out what's going on there. Anyways, thanks for coming in, and have yourself a great evening. 7-3 for now. Okay, before we move on to Brunswick, I want to take one more check and see if Robert's in there. VE1CT, VE1JBL. Are you back there, Robert? Okay, I'm not sure if Robert's battery ran out or what was going on there. He did come up on the screen there 2 or 3 times, but not getting him there. Anyways, let's move into New Brunswick. So let's get the first round of the province of New Brunswick. Stations from New Brunswick. I'd like to check in the Maritime Fusion Net. Call sign here is VE1JBL. My name is Stations from New Brunswick. Go ahead.
3E9 Victor Echo Alpha.
Hi, November Hotel Sierra. VE1 Juliet Echo Charlie.
VE1 Tango United.
VE1JEC. Any other stations from New Brunswick? New Brunswick stations only. Go ahead.
VE1 Tango United. VE9 AI.
Okay, they got 2 more stations there in VE1 Tango United and VE9 AI. Top of the list, VE9 VEA. Go ahead, Vern.
So, VE1 JBL. Maritime Fusion Net Control. Good evening, Jim. Oh, my voice isn't too good, so it's going to be a bit shaky. Anyhow, good evening, Jim. Good evening to all fine, outstanding, upstanding hams on frequency there for sure. It sounds great. It sounds like you got a great net going. We were a couple minutes late getting tuned in, but we finally got on there, so we've been following you along ever since. Enjoying that immensely. We listened to you and Mike setting up WinLink Express this afternoon, and I think I probably could do it if I have to. If I don't need that in the system, I'm not going to bother with it, but if I have to have it, I think I can set it up myself now. So, thanks for the lesson this afternoon. Anyhow, Jim, all I can say is it's nice coming in to be able to wish all fine, outstanding, upstanding hams a great evening. What's left of it, and a fantastic wake-up call tomorrow. 7-3 to all, 88 to ladies. Special good evening to Scanner listeners. We'll turn it back to you. VE1 JBL, Wednesday night, Fusion Net Control. Thanks for doing that one more time, putting up with my foolishness one more time. Hopefully we'll be around again next week to aggravate the airways a little bit more, Jim. 7-3 is all, 7-3 Jim, bye-bye.
Yeah, okay, very good, Vern. Well, I'm glad you took the time to come in there tonight there, and good to hear you on there for sure, and good on the WinLink there. Okay, and we'll chat to you again there, I'm sure, down the log there, 7-3 for now. VE9 NHS, VE1 JBL. Good evening, Keith.
Hello, Jim, and everyone on frequency this evening. Hope everybody's having a great day so far and get a chance to enjoy what's left of it for a Wednesday. Not a whole lot
happening here today. Just regular day at the office, and back home here now, of course, and sitting down and just messing around here on the computer. I get working at drawing up a CAD model of another in-fed half-wave winder for an antenna, and I'm going to write the CAM program for it so I can get that machined out here soon. So other than that, not a whole lot else to add. Just going to follow along, and I'll be looking for you. We'll see in a week's time. I'll be heading down your way, Jim. So we'll see if I can stir you on my travels on my way through on the 6th. So other than that, we'll send it back to you, and hope everybody has a great evening. VE9 NHS.
Yeah, okay, very good. He's good on everything there, and the antennas, and loaded up and everything like that. And by the way, when you're coming down this way, are you using the Fusion or with the analog coming in the car over?
Oh, well, we can try the Fusion and see how that all works.
Yeah, okay, very good. Yeah, because you'll be on that whole system coming through, coming all the way down and past Amherst there. So, yeah, that'll work very well there for sure. So, good stuff. Look forward to hearing you there next week there. 7-3 for now. Okay, let's go see Dennis, VE1 Tango United, VE1 JBL, and how's things up in Ferguson area there? Go ahead.
VE1 Juliet Bravo Lima. This is VE1 Tango United. Good evening, Jim. Good evening to all on the net. Well, I guess things are about the same here as they have been. Pretty quiet. Haven't done too much today, and it was overcast all day and not very warm. I think after 10 out on the deck, and it'll be a little colder on the street. But I guess tomorrow is going to be warmer, so we might get out on the deck for a while. Kind of enjoy it out there and getting the fresh air, and probably about the last time we'll be able to get out there. So for sure it's going to turn cold. So I guess, Jim, that's about it from Argyle Street. So back to you. This is VE1 Tango United.
Yeah, okay, very good. Very good. That's good and everything there. Yeah, she's cooling off, and the times are changing, that's for sure. So, anyways, thanks very much for coming in. Have yourself a great evening there. I jumped right over Jody, so sorry about that, Jody. VE1JEC, VE1JBL, and how's things up your way? Over.
VE1 JBL and then Maritime Fusion Net VE1 JEC. Well, good evening there, Jim, and all in the frequency. Yes, that's okay. As long as you don't call me late for supper, that's the main thing. Anyhow, it's been a little bit on the chilly side up here at Woodstock First Nation today. Only 6 degrees and it was raining. But we had snow the other night, so I'll take the rain anytime. Anyhow, besides that, no traffic here, Jim. Just a quick check-in. I'm going to say 7-3 to all, 88 to all the ladies out there. And thanks for calling me in. Thanks to Net. 7-3.
Yeah, okay, very good, Jody. No problem at all there. Yeah, it was just overcast here today. We never got anything there. It seemed to threaten, but we never got a thing there. We never got any wind today too. That was we've had a lot of wind here the last few days, so it was actually not a bad day out there. But anyways, just a sample of things to come, that's for sure. So then it's supposed to be miles more for Halloween, and it's supposed to cool off as we get into November there. So signs of the times. Anyways, thanks, Jody, for coming in. Have yourself a great evening. 7-3 for now. And let's go back into Fredericton and see Gary, VE9AI, VE1 JBL.
VE1 JBL, Net Control, VE9AI. Good evening, Jim, everybody on frequency. Dennis ahead of me there, and Heath. Anyway, not much new here. Still nursing the ankle here, so
another couple of weeks and hope to be on the go more. Anyway, like I said, it's just been in the house most of the time here, so getting some work done on the computer. Very good. Everybody have a great week, and hope to see everybody next week. Back to Net Control, V9AI.
Yeah, okay, very good, Jerry. Good and everything there. Yeah, hopefully that ankle gets better there, and you'll be back and running there for there. So very good. Okay, that's the first round of maritime provinces. So let's open the Maritimes that would like to check in to the Maritime Fusion Net. Call sign here is VE1. Juliet Bravo Lima. Name here is Jim. We're located in Tignish Bridge, Nova Scotia. So stations from outside the Maritimes. I'd like to check into the net. Go ahead, please.
Victor Alpha 6, Foxtrot Papa, VA6FP.
Okay, I got Francis in there, VA6FP. Any other stations from outside the Maritimes? I'd like to check into the net. Go ahead.
Yes, of course, Victor Echo 2, Delta Echo. V2DE didn't get through for some reason.
VE2DE, we did get you that time, so good, you guys just stand by. Okay, we'll go to the top of the list and see Francis, VA6FP, VE1JBL, and I guess the temperatures are cool out there, nothing spectacular one way or the other. Francis, come on in.
VE1JBL for the Maritime Fusion Net from VA6FP. Good evening to Jim, and good evening to everyone on net this evening. Yes, sir, she's definitely cooling down. Definitely cooling down. Mind you, we did get up to 7 degrees today, which isn't too bad. It's been a lot cooler than that. I think the cool this morning was about minus 5.7, and very heavy frost. I don't think the frost disappeared till shortly after lunchtime. So I think Old Man Winter is slowly climbing in. We've been fortunate here in east central Alberta. Haven't had any snow yet to speak of. We have none here in the Wainwright area. There's a few flakes that fell, I guess, around Edmonton, but it didn't stay. Mind you, not the same news for the mountain areas. They've had quite a bit more snow. I mean, some of it has stayed and some of it went, of course, but overall, still doing pretty good. Keeping our fingers crossed. Possibility here, we may have flurries on Sunday, so we'll see what happens. They're saying 60% right now, but as we know, weather is finicky. It can change at a drop of a hat. Other than that, Jim, no other traffic out of here. Hope everyone has a great remainder of their week and wish everyone a good weekend. Looking forward to hearing you again on the net, possibly next Wednesday. 7-3 all around from VA6FP.
Yeah, okay, very good, Francis. Good and everything there, and the temperature's about the same here right now, and it's just -2, -3 overnight or whatever, and it might have got 6 or 7 there today. It wasn't bad. We've had a lot of wind lately, and no wind today, so it was actually pretty nice out there. Thanks, Francis, for coming in as usual. Have yourself a great evening. 7-3 for now. Let's go see Don. VE2DE, VE1JBL. Good evening.
Well, yes, good evening, Jim. I think it is 10.6 degrees here in Quebec City. It's now 6:35 p.m. and I was watching the local news as an old routine, and the repeater here, V2RFU, for some reason doesn't connect. The timer programmed on it is supposed to connect automatically on CQ Maritimes, but it didn't. So about 45 minutes ago, I connected it manually. I'm pleased to be checking in. I did tune into the Rob's YouTube page, checking that out right now, V1RMJ. Quite interesting, and
I'm glad to be practicing my mother tongue at least a minute or two per week. Hi. So I wish you good hosting of the net symmetries to all listening. This is B2DE, Don, and Quebec City.
Yeah, okay, very good, Don. Good at everything there, and good on the repeater linking up to the room there for sure. There, yeah. I imagine Robert's in that chat room there, so you could probably get on the chat and give him a little conversation back and forth. They'd probably appreciate that. So, anyways, but thanks very much for checking in, and have yourself a great week. 7-3 for now. Okay, with that, we've completed one round of everything here, all the Maritimes and outside the Maritimes, so let's start up round two of the Maritime Fusion Net. And, of course, well, first of all, we're going to go to Prince Edward Island. Any other stations from PEI that would like to check in the Maritime Fusion Net? Second round, go ahead.
Victor, Yankee 2, Juliet, Charlie.
Okay, I got Joe in there, VY2JC. Any other stations from PEI? Go ahead. Joe, you're all by yourself and using the old call sign there. Haven't heard that one for a while. VY2JC, VE1JBL. Come on in.
Yeah, VE1JBL and the Maritime Fusion Net, VY2JC. You know, I thought I'd use it because the radio has got got that programmed into it here, and I don't want to change it. Or I'm too lazy to change it. My new 500 has got the JCC call there, the V1 JCC call. Anyway, and that's what we're doing here this evening. We're trying to, I'm trying to get the frequencies of the 400 on the computer, so I can plug in the 500 and put all of those frequencies on the 500s. Of course, if I do all, the call signs and everything will go with it, but pardon me, I can fix that up, or I could do it manually too. I put a few. I got Frank to put a few frequencies in for me, and I put a few in myself as well manually. And it's not difficult. That 500 is a nice little rig. A little bit overpriced, perhaps, but I am starting to like it more and more all the time. Like with the front load speaker on the head of it. I like that part, and I like the microphone plug-in on the head or on the main part of the rig. Or you can put the head on the rig and fasten it onto your dash. You can't do that with the 400. And there was something else that I liked better about it too. Oh, the quick disconnect, like for pulling the whole radio out of your vehicle. Like that's if you had it in the frame, it just zing, and it's push a button and you pull it right out. There's quite a few little things I like about it more. But the one thing I don't like about it more, though, is the more money part. He tried. Anyway, Jim, thanks for doing the net there, old boy. Say hi to Wendy and pat the puppy on the top of the head, and we'll talk to you later. VY2, Juliet Charlie, western end of the mud flap, over.
Yeah, okay, very. It was this 300 that I have bought the programming cable for it, the RT cable or everything like that. All I do is just put them in manually. It's very, very easy to put the frequencies in manually. So, but I don't have that many in there. All I have is the 2 fusion repeaters and the local repeaters here in Cumberland County, and of course 2 in New Brunswick, Sackville, and Moncton, and in Charlottetown. So it's all just the local repeaters I have in here, and it doesn't take me like 15 minutes, and I have them all loaded in there. So Anyway, so that's like you say, it's very easy to program them in. That's for sure. So, anyways, thanks, Joe, for coming in, and have yourself a great evening, and have fun with the FT5 there for sure. So 7-3 for now. Okay, with that, well, I'll give one more call. One more call for PEI. Any other stations from PEI? Stations for the Maritime Fusion Net. Stations from PEI. One more time. Okay, nothing heard. Ron must be busy tonight, so let's move in back into Nova Scotia. So second round, Nova Scotia stations for the Maritime Fusion Net. Second round, go ahead, please.
Victor Echo 1, Foxtrot Oscar X-Ray, VE1 FOX.
Victor Alpha 1, Bravo India Lima.
Victor Echo 1, Juliet Papa Delta.
Okay, I got 3 stations so far for Nova Scotia, VE1 FOX, VA1. Who did I miss from Nova Scotia? Okay, top of the list, the VE1 FOX, VE1 JBL. Curtis, you're usually in the at the first there, but very good evening. Come on in.
Hey, VE1 JBL with the Maritime Fusion Net. Victor Echo 1, Foxtrot Oscar X-Ray here in 3 Mile Plains. Yeah, I usually try to get in on the early one there, but the company left early tonight, so I figured, well, I'll sit back and wait till the end there and get clear sailing. So, and we were out for coffee, so I did get back a few minutes ago there, Jim. So thanks for calling me in. When you came back and said who was all on, you only called my call in. There was 2 other gentlemen that come in there, but I never heard you call them back there to let them know that they were heard. So maybe they heard you, but I didn't. Anyway, I was sitting here for 5-10 minutes playing with this radio. I don't know what was going on there, Jim, but anyway, well, I got there. I found out later that their lock button on this microphone here was locked on. It looked like it wasn't, but I still showed on the radio that I was keyed up. So if you heard anything through there on some of your transmissions, that probably was me trying to figure out what is going wrong with this bloody radio tonight. It all worked great, and it just kept showing me that it was keyed up. So I went all over the radio, and gee, come to find out, I looked down at the mic. I said, well, gee, so I went, clicked each one of them, and when I come to the lock one, it's not, you wouldn't really know it was locked on until you touched it. Sure enough, when I hit it, it popped back up. Yep. Okay, that's my problem there. So there you go. Anyway, weather-wise here, man, I'm telling you, it was -8 this morning. And right now, it's 8 degrees out there on the warm side. So I don't know. I think we're going to get some rain, but the weather feels very damp out there. But boy, this morning it was some frosty. Anyway, Jim, we're going to let it go for this evening. Thanks for calling me into the net there, and we'll give it back to you. So, VE1 JBL with the Maritime Fusion Net, Victor Echo 1, Foxtrot Oscar X-Ray, here in 3 Mile Plains. 7-3, Jim, back to you.
Yeah, okay, very good, Curtis, good and everything. No, I never saw your call sign come up at all. You didn't do any interference or anything. So, yep, not sure what went on there, but you weren't showing up here anywhere. So all is good, that's for sure. We don't have to give you a fine or anything before next week there. So, anyways, thanks, Curtis, for coming in. Have yourself a great evening. 7-3 for now. Bill, VA1 VIL, VE1 JBL. Which location are you at tonight? Over.
VE1 JBL, VA1 VIL. I'm at my QTH in the Valley, Jim, and have been here for a couple of weeks. And enjoying the nice weather down here today. We've had
we've had some good weather down here in the valley, that's for sure. We had heavy frost last night, but that's to be expected. Anyway, don't have really much to add. Thanks for doing the net. It's a great net, and I'll be talking to you later. Thanks, Jim. BA1BIL.
Yeah, okay, very good, Bill. I didn't notice too much frost this morning here. Now, we had frost a few nights ago there. Really, it started early, too. I was noticing frost on the car at about 8 p.m. at night. And I was noticing frost coming, so, this is going to be a bad night here. So, yeah, two mornings in a row, it was very, very heavy. And wherever the sun was not on the grass stayed frosty most of the day there. So yeah, it was heavy. It was heavy there a couple of times there, but I really didn't notice it last night there. So, and now it's supposed to stay mild tonight and warm tomorrow, and then I think it's going to take a dip after that. So, anyways, it's a sign of the times. Anyways, thanks, Bill, for coming in. Have yourself a great evening. 7-3 for now. At VE1JPD, VE1JBL down in Cape Sable Island. Justin, come on in.
VE1JPD. Good evening, Jim. Good evening to everybody who's tuned in to the CQ Maritime Fusion Net. Just sitting home watching some TV, I guess. Taking it easy after a day of work. Playing on the computer. And not a whole bunch of reports, so try to get things ready for Halloween for tomorrow. Send it back to you, Jim. VE1JBL, VE1JPD.
Yeah, okay, very good, Justin. Yeah, I think a lot of people in the same boat there. Just not too much going on, sitting back there and taking it in there. So very good, good at everything. And yep, and Halloween is tomorrow. There's 4 of us going to be heading into Amherst tomorrow night. They're doing the pumpkin patrol there. So we'll always look forward to that each year there. So we'll see how we make out there tomorrow night. So anyways, thanks, Justin, for coming in. Have yourself a great evening. 7-3 for now. Okay, before I go to New Brunswick, I'm going to try and see if Robert's back in there yet. I knew he was in there at first, but I've never heard from him. VE1C. Nope, nothing heard from Roberts. Okay, let's go back into New Brunswick. Second round, stations from New Brunswick. I would like to check in the Maritime Fusion Net second round. Go ahead, stations from New Brunswick.
Victor Echo 9, Golf Charlie.
VE1 WIN Mobile, New Brunswick. Victor Echo 9, Papa India November, VE9, Cheyenne.
Victor Echo 9, November Alpha, VE9 NA.
Okay, I'll tell you who I have here so far. I got VE9GC, VE1WIN Mobile, VE9PIN, VE9 November Alpha. Any other stations from New Brunswick? Who did I miss from New Brunswick?
Victor Echo 9, Tango November.
And I got VE9 Tango November at the end there. Mobile, VE1WIN, VE1JBL. Are you coming into Nova Scotia or just traveling around up in the mountain area there? Peter, VE1WIN, VE1JBL.
No, I'm still in New Brunswick there, Jim. VE1WIN Mobile. Yeah, I'm heading back to Nova Scotia on Friday. I've got a blood appointment I got to do on Monday. And don't know if you guys need any help on it tomorrow night with that pumpkin patrol, but I don't mind driving down from here to help out if they need it. I don't know if you guys need any more people or you guys are okay with that, with what you got. But Yeah, no, I just came back from Fredericton today. I was up there. I literally buried my uncle yesterday morning, or yesterday afternoon, while they had the funeral service, or the graveside service yesterday morning, and I went back over after the service was over. We had lunch and stuff, and then I went back and buried him. I had the shovel and everything. Buried him in the ground. So, other than that, Jim, not too much else. I'll turn it back to net control. So, this is V1WN Mobile in New Brunswick. Back to net control.
Okay, very good, Peter. Good and everything there, and condolences on your loss there. And no, as far as the bunker patrol, no, we're all set there. There's only 4 of us there, and we break the town down into 4 coordinates there, and each one takes a certain area there. So we've got it all covered there. So, but thanks for the offer there. Anyways, thanks, Peter, for coming in. Have yourself a great evening. 7-3 for now. Gordon, VE9GC, VE1JBL. Come on in.
Yeah, good evening, Jim. VE1JBL with the Maritime Fusion Net, Victor Echo 9 Golf Charlie. Not sure what happened there in the first go-round. I guess I must have got covered up. I thought it was between NHS and Juliet Echo Charlie, but anyway, not sure what's going on. Occasionally you are dropping out. Your audio just disappears, and I'm listening on both my Node and right now I'm coming through the VE9 MFR repeater on my 991. So I'm not sure what's happening, but anyway, got a decent day here today. Got some things done around the house, and had a good meeting there, social time there at the club this morning. And now my solar array is completely connected to my system, so that's nice. Now I'm going to have to come in here in the shack and do some rewiring and. Going to try running some of the equipment more off of the battery and solar than off of the AC supplies that we've got in here. Anyway, thanks for doing that. Thanks for calling me in, and we'll look forward to checking in again next Wednesday evening. Victor Echo 1 Juliet Bravo Lima, E9GC.
Yeah, okay, very good, Gordon. Good and everything there. Yeah, never heard you at all. Never seen your call sign come up or anything the first time around there. And yeah, I was told right from the very start there that I had dropped out there a couple of times. Now, I was on low power, and I'm going directly into the repeater, not going through my node or anything there. So I did boost it up to medium power there. But anyways, there still seems to be a little hit and miss there. But anyways, hopefully we'll get through the rest of the net here. Thanks, Gordon, for coming in as usual, and have yourself a great evening. 7-3 for now. VE9PIN, VE1JBL. Good evening, Bert.
Good evening, everyone. Not much to report from Per Edmundston. It has rained since last night, all day today, and still raining. Plus 5 degrees. We're supposed to have no rain tomorrow with 18 or 19 degrees, but I guess they're calling for 50% still of rain for tomorrow. So besides that, not much. See 7 trees fall. Have a pleasant evening. Stay safe and be good.
Okay, I should be back. Sorry about that. While Bert was talking, I went into my personal node and came up to see if it was going to be any better, but I went back to Bert and he never heard me. I wasn't even coming up on the screen on my Wires X here, so I'm not sure what was going on there. So I went back to the regular way here and going through the repeater. So hopefully everybody's still hearing me. Bert, you still copy me, VE9PIN, VE1JBL?
Yeah, QSL. I just opened my dashboard there to see if I was hearing myself through the club, and everything seems to be okay. Yeah. Did my prologue or whatever, and I guess you disappeared because I let go of the mic, and you weren't there anymore. No problem. 73 Sol, you're coming in good now.
Yeah, okay, very good, Bert. Yeah, I went, like I said, I went over and actually went into my PDN mode, but it didn't even come up on the screen, and I don't think you heard me at all. So I switched back again. So we'll stick to this one tonight here. So anyways, thanks, Bert, for coming in. Have yourself a great evening. 7-3 for now. VE9NA, VE1JBL, Bucktush, New Brunswick. Very good evening, Nelson. Come on in.
Yeah, good evening, Jim. Good evening to Bert. Good evening to everyone on the net. Not much to add here, just listening to the net, and we're feeling from Apple at the same time. So that's what it is. And we had a pretty good day. A bit of rain this afternoon, not much, but anyway, we need the rain. We can do without rain, I guess. Yeah, we don't have enough for the winter. So thanks for doing the net, Jim, and call me in. Back to you from VE9NA.
Yeah, okay, very good, Nelson. Good and everything. Yes, we do need the rain. We need to get a lot of rain here before the freeze up here, because the wells must be down, because we haven't had much rain all this summer, and we haven't had too much this fall, so hopefully we get some rain. And things are dry, because the last few days now, I'm listening to the scanner here, and all kinds of brush fires, different parts of Cumberland County here. The fire departments are called out. There was 2 calls yesterday. There was a call the day before, and to brush fires all over the place there. And they keep warning people that even though that you don't have your thing from Lands and Forests anymore, telling you when you can burn and when you can't burn. It's usually it's common sense now when you burn, and of course you don't want to burn when it's windy. But of course you got to be careful because everything's so dry. So, but yeah, the fire departments have been busy here for the last week here in Cumberland County. So everybody got to be careful what they're doing there because it's just been so dry. Yeah, we do need the water, that's for sure. Anyways, thanks, Nelson. Have yourself a great evening. 7-3 for now. VE9 Tango November. VE1JBL. Good evening, Scott.
VE1JBL, Jim, good evening. This is Victor Echo 9 Tango November, Scott and Armada. And yeah, thanks for doing that and calling me in there tonight. And not a lot to report here today. It was kind of drizzly and rainy a bit, not terribly hard, but a little bit of moisture, which is good. And yeah, so we'll keep it. I'll send it back to you and wish everyone a great rest of their week. It's a 7-3. This is Victor Echo 9 Tango November.
Yeah, okay, very good, Scott. Well, I'm glad you took the time to come in there tonight, and thanks very much for helping us out there tonight with another check-in there from Oromocto there. So, anyways, take care, and thanks again. 7-3 for now. Okay, with that, we're at the bottom of the list for the Maritime provinces again, so we'll do one more round of outside the Maritimes. Anybody outside the Maritimes that would like to check in Maritime Fusion Net, go ahead. Nothing here, so we're just going to open up for anybody anywhere. It's 8 p.m. here now, so before we close, we'll just open it up for anybody anywhere, inside or outside the Maritimes. I'd like to check in Maritime Fusion Net. Call sign here is VE1JBL. My name is Jim. Stations from anywhere with Maritime Fusion Net. Go ahead.
Victor Echo 1, Delta Echo Sierra, V1DES.
Okay, we got Dawn in there, VE1DES. Any other stations from anywhere before we close? This is the Maritime Fusion Net, VE1JBL, net control. Any stations from anywhere for the Maritime Fusion Net? Go ahead. Dawn, you're all by yourself. You may be wrapping up the present here tonight there. VE1DES, VE1JBL. Come on in.
VE1JBL, very good evening to you there, Jim. Yeah, I heard your comment about brush fires and people should know better, but I guess you can't legislate stupidity. Yeah, we've had a few down here as well. But not much going on here. Got all the stuff ready for tomorrow when the kiddies come around, and hopefully everybody stays safe. Thank you, Jim. Have a good night. VE1JBL, VE1DES.
Yeah, okay, very good, Don. Yeah, good and everything there, and yeah, good on the bushfire. Yeah, you can't fix it, that's for sure. I won't say anything else. Anyways, have yourself a great evening. 7-3 for now. Okay, so we're at the bottom of the list here. Any other stations? Any other light stations from anywhere? So I'd like to check in the Maritime Fusion Net. Go ahead. Nothing heard. We're going to make this a short evening. This is with the final call, last call for the Maritime Fusion Net for the 30th of October, the day before Halloween. This is the last call for the Maritime Fusion Net for today here. Last call. Go ahead. And with that silence, we're going to close tonight. We had 30 check-ins tonight. We want to thank all the amateurs for checking in. We also want to thank the owners of the repeaters and the nodes who linked in tonight for helping us expand the area for local hams to check in. For more information about the Maritime Fusion Net, go to the Moncton and Area ARC website at www.maarc.ca. That's Mike, Alpha, Romeo, Charlie, Alpha. And click on Club Activities /Nets. Now that the net is concluded, the CQ Maritime Room is now open for general use. Thanks everybody for checking in there tonight, and everybody stay safe and watch out for the kiddies tomorrow for Halloween there. So this is VE1JBL signing off. Good night, all.
VE1JBL, VE9 Victor Echo Alpha. Just a question before you go, Jim. VE9 Victor Echo Alpha for VE1JBL.
Yeah, go ahead, Vern. Go ahead with your question.
That Wind Lake Express you were going over with Mike this afternoon, is that something necessary for the exercise handshake, or just an option for exercise handshake? VE1JBL, VE9 Victor Echo Alpha, over.
Yeah, very good, Vern. No, it's just another option, just another tool in the box, Vern, for ham radio and for exercise handshake. And we actually did pretty good last night there. I got my report today from John at VE1 CWJ, and he had 16 check-ins yesterday. And pretty well, let me see now, I think we had all the Maritimes. Oh, no, we had all the Atlantic provinces. We had Atlantic provinces, and I think we had a station. Do I have the info right with me? I think we had a station from the States, I think, that actually checked in too. So 16 stations, but no, it's not necessary. It's just another option for handshake there. Vern, go ahead.
Yeah, QSL. Yeah. Anyhow, I listened along with you and Mike, and I probably could set it up 1, 2, 3 myself, but I'm not sure. But okay, if I don't have to have it, I just prefer not to get involved with anything more for programs or stuff here. I got a headache now with an open spot 4. Can't get that operating properly. And I think that's about the end of the line for some of this stuff. VE1JBL, VE9 Victor Echo Alpha.
Yeah, okay, very good, Fern. Yeah, there's a turnoff for some time there for different amateurs, how far they want to go and what they want to do there. So I'm sure you got your hands full there, so no problem at all there. So, anyways, very good. Take care and have yourself a great evening there, and we'll be chatting for sure there. VE9 VEA, VE1 JBL will be clear.
Oh, Jim QSL, thanks for coming back to me. And the other thing I did look into the other night on the tablet there, the All-Star system, and that scared the living daylights out of me, so we're going to stay clear of that one, I think. V1 JBL, V9 Victor Echo Alpha is clear, and saying 7-3. Bye-bye.
Yeah, okay, 7-3, Vern. Have yourself a great evening. VE1 JBL will be clear.
V1 JBL, V1 HAP.
Yeah, go ahead, Happy. VE1 HAP, VE1 JBL.
Oh, Roger. Yeah, you were saying you couldn't get your snowblower going. Guy that repairs stuff down here, he told me a trick. And actually, last night I moved my snowblower out and about. And since he told me this little trick, I've never plugged it in to crank it. And you can try it tomorrow, see if it works. When you go to try it, take the pull cord and pull it completely out, but slowly. So like you can almost hear the crank turning and the valves opening and closing. Not a quick pull, but just a steady, slow pull out all the way. Let it go, prime it, and I bet you in 2 pulls, that sucker will be gone.
Well, I'll take any suggestions at this time, Happy. So yes, I will actually do that. Yeah, I tried both. Well, actually, like I say, I first took it out of the garage because I was putting what do you call stabilizer in all the lawnmowers and the tiller and the wood splitter and everything like that, you know, and everything went fine. Everything was rolling along there, and then I couldn't get this one going. And of course, I was only trying it with the pull cord because I wasn't close to the plug in the garage because I had just everything stored away for the summer there. So it wasn't close to a plug. In the wintertime, I move it right over next to a plug, so I just use the electric start. But I didn't have it there, so I was pulling away there yesterday, and I couldn't get it to do anything. Didn't even sound like it wanted to start. And then today I went out and actually brought it right up to the club and plugged it in with an extension cord. No, didn't want to start. Didn't even consider wanting to start. So I said, okay, I'm not sure what's going on here, but we'll have to go deeper into that. But I'll definitely give that a try tomorrow. Over.
Yeah, Roger. That's what this guy told me. And I go to Claude's, the same thing. His snowblower is there, and I've probably got to go next week there and put it in the shed, get it ready, because I do his work. And every time I go, I just pull one slow pull all the way out, prime it, push it 3-4 times, choke, 1 or 2 pulls, and it goes. And that's what I did to this snowblower. I had it apart this summer to change the belts. I started off in April or so, and then you don't need it, and it gets warm, and you keep forgetting about it. So by May or June, I had it together and did the same thing and started. And then last night when I went back, same thing again. It starts almost every time on the second pull.
Yeah, okay, very good, Happy, very good. Yeah, I'll definitely give that a try tomorrow. That's for sure. Anything to get her going. I think once it's going, it'll be fine there. It's just it's been sitting there all summer, and it hasn't been doing anything there. So, anyways, I think once we get it going, it'll be fine there. So we'll definitely give that a try for sure there. So thanks very much for the info. Appreciate it.
Roger, Roger. Just wanted to let you know there. So 73s, and we'll be talking again for sure, and I'll get an update. So 73s, have a good evening. V1 JBL, V1 HAP.
Yeah, Jim, V9VA. Just try a couple tablespoons of gas line de-icer into the gas and into the tank, and just slosh it around and try that also at the same time. VE1 JBL, VE9 Victor Echo Alpha.
Yeah, okay, very good, Fern. Yeah, we tried that first, and didn't seem to help. But of course, now that it's been sitting there for a day or so, we'll try things again tomorrow. 7-3.
Oops, didn't have the choke set. VE9 and GC.
Hi, Gordon, VE9 GC, VE1 JBL. Go ahead. VE9 GC, VE1 JBL. Were you in there, Gordon?
Yeah, I was, Jim. I was just going to say, make sure you got the choke in the right position. Speaking from experience, I pulled mine out of the shed the other day and cranked, out there and primed it, pulled, and then I went and grabbed the extension cord, tried the electric start. Well, what's going on here? This thing normally fires up right away. Then I realized I had the choke open instead of closed. V1 JBL, VE9 GC.
Yeah, very good, Gordon. Yes, I tried that. I tried it in the open position. I tried it in the closed position. I tried it in the middle position. I was trying to, and the thing is, Gordon, there's no on or off switch on the snowblower. It's just the throttle on it, because the throttle goes up to rabbit, and then it goes back to the turtle, and then it says off, and then it says stop. So I'm guessing you just pull it over to rabbit to make it on. But I was actually looking for an on and off switch, but I don't see an on and off switch on this rig. But I kept saying there's got to be one, because it doesn't even seem like it wants to start. I said there's got to be an on and off switch, but I looked at high and low. I got the instruction booklet out and everything, and no, I couldn't find an on and off switch. But anyways, like I say, we are trying everything. I had it on full throttle, half throttle, no throttle, full choke, half choke, no choke. I was trying everything.
Oh, well, I'm sure you'll get it figured out, Jim. Anyway, take care, my friend, and we'll look forward to chatting with you later. VE9 GC clear.
Yeah, okay, very good, Gordon. Yeah, okay, talk to you later on there. Thanks for the info, 7-3.
V1 JBL, V1 HAP again. What brand is it? Did it have one of those plastic keys that you put in, like on the Craftsman, it's next to the choke?
Yes, it does, Happy. It's a Troy build. I got it at Kent 2 winters ago here. I got it at Kent. And it worked fine the first winter, worked fine last year there. But, yeah, it has the plastic key, and I made sure it was in.
Okay, Roger, just making sure, because if it falls out sometimes, that might be the thing. But give it a pull. I'm sure you're going to get it.
Yeah, it actually came with 2 of those keys here, and I have one that sits in the, where we keep all our keys inside here, so I have the extra one there that's in there. But no, it was in there. Everything was the way it should be, as far as I know. but anyways, hopefully there's no snow for quite a while yet, Happy, and we'll have lots of time to figure it out.
Yeah, Roger, and I'm sure the vocabulary had a few extra letters in it, too.
They always do, Happy, over.
Roger. Okay, 7-3, and we'll catch you later. V1JBL, V1HAP.
Yeah, they have the same letters of the vocabulary as I had today with my chainsaw. I was out in the woods with my chainsaw, and it seized up on me for no real reason at all. But, of course, I was as far away from the cabin as possible, on the property, but as far away as possible. Chainsaw was working fine, and then it just seized right up on me. So I had to take it back to the garage. And my wife was out in the yard there cleaning out the garden, and she heard all those extra syllables as I was going back to the garage. Over.
Yeah, Roger. And she's asked what you're doing, and tell them you're baptizing us all.
Roger that. Yeah, that's for sure. Okay, Happy. Thanks. Have a great evening.
Victor Echo 1, JBL, VE9 Golf Mike.
Yeah, hi Gino, VE9 GM, VE1 JBL, and I saw your other half. I guess we could call your other half of your workmanship at the symposium this year, but you didn't make it, eh?
No, they wouldn't let me out of the cage. I wasn't allowed to go there this year, so that's all right. I'm too busy anyway. Your story on your snowblower, I missed the first part of it there, but I have a similar story on a generator. I had a generator, a little Yamaha inverter generator that was trying to start the other day at a tower site, and I cranked on that thing, and I cranked, and I cranked, and I cranked, and I cranked. I cranked for a good 5 minutes, and then the guy, buddy, came over and said, I'm having trouble, so he cranked on it for a while too, and finally he went to get his other generator, and we started that, and we used that. I said, I got to figure this thing out. And anyway, after cranking that for 10-15 minutes, I realized I had misread the on-off switch, and I was in off position.
That'll do it. That's for sure, and that's what I was doing, Gino. There's no on-off switch on this snowblower. It's just the throttle goes from stop. There's a little stop sign, and then of course it goes all the way over to your rabbit. So I'm guessing that's the on-off switch for it because I'm not seeing an on-off switch. So I have it all the way over to rabbit, and then of course I have the choke on and the key in. And everything, it just doesn't even seem like it wants to try. So I even got the booklet. I said, there's got to be an on-off switch in this thing, because I had to get the booklet. Well, I found an on-off switch, but that's just for the hand grips on the handle. They each one of those have an on-off switch to heat up the handles or whatever, but there's no other on-off switch. So I'm not sure. I'll keep trying. And speaking of generators, I had that happen to me one year. When the power went on, I think it was after Dorian, if I'm not mistaken, Hurricane Dorian. I couldn't get the generator going at all, and I pulled, and I pulled, and I pulled, and I pulled some more, and finally I kind of gave up on it. And my brother was home at the time, and at the cottage, and he came over and he tried it, and then he said to me, he said, "Well, how's the oil?" So my goodness, I checked the oil, and the oil level was so low. And it says right in the instruction manual of the generators, if your oil is low, the generator will not start. It won't. It must have some kind of system or whatever in it so that it won't start. As soon as we put the oil in it, Gino, it fired right up.
Yeah, these generators, they got a low oil circuit that shuts it off. Their low oil level. One thing you could do, Jim, is take your spark plug out and put the spark plug back in the rubber boot there and ground it to the case and crank it and then see if you have spark. That'll tell you if you have spark, then your on-off switch is on. And if you don't have spark, well, then there's your problem. You don't have spark. You won't start if it doesn't have spark on your spark plug there.
Yeah, I'll give that a try also, Gino. Like I say, the thing is so new. I mean, I've only used it a couple of times for the last 2 winters, and it just sits there. I guess maybe what I should do is try it up once in a while, like a generator. And generators, you're always supposed to start them up at least once a month there, even if you're not using them, just to get things moving there. Maybe I'll have to try that with snowblower also. But anyways, yeah, I'll give that a try there too. And then I think I heard somebody else saying take the spark plug out and put a little bit of gas right in the cylinder itself or whatever. Put the spark plug back in. But anyways, yeah, I'm to the point here. I'll try anything now.
Well, the first step would be to check for spark. That would tell you if your key works, I guess, and if if you have no spark, you have no electrical, so that's not going to work. So that's your first step. Maybe your spark plug's bad too. We never know.
Yeah, absolutely. I never really thought of it that closely because the fact that it's only a couple of years old, and say I've only used it a couple of times for the past 2 winters. But yeah, it's a possibility. So yeah, I'll do that tomorrow there also, and give that a try. And I had another tidbit there trying to get it going, so I'll go try that again tomorrow there too. So we'll see. Maybe by the time the Wednesday night Fusion Net comes around, I'll have a better story for everybody. Over.
Oh, that's great there, Jim. I'm going to let you go. I just got pulled up to the grocery store here. I got to get some juice for my son. So then I'm going to be heading home there. So we're working on the Renewals Highway today. This week we're installing a generator, so a new tower site. So that's the story. I missed the net again, but here I am. We'll talk to you later, Jim. V1 GPL, V9 Golf Mike.
Yeah, okay, very good, Gino. And I found out at the symposium this year. I was talking to Nick there at the break there at the noon hour break there, whatever it is. But I found out that there's going to be a new tower out here in Tignish. I've always said there should be a tower out here in Tignish because it's always hit and miss here for cell phone and everything else. Well, apparently when they gave the afternoon session there, they were bringing up the map of Nova Scotia and they're bringing up the new towers that are going to be put in, and one's actually going to be out here in Tignish, not too far from my location. So hopefully, fingers crossed, that'll be much better here for signal, at least for cell phone. And then maybe down the road, they might that might be part of the TMR system up here too.
Okay, well, I wasn't aware of that there, but I'm sure Nick's in the loop. So anyway, I'm going to Toronto next week. I'm going to the APCO conference there in Toronto, so I don't really care about going this year. As I say, I have so much work to do before the snow comes here, but anyway, I guess I'll appreciate the opportunity to go, I guess. Because it's not always able to go out of province. It's very hard to go out of province. In province, there's no issue. I can go anywhere I want in province, but it's a very difficult process to go out of province.
Yeah, okay, very good, Gino. Yeah, I know you've told me about in the past there, so yeah, you might as well take the opportunity while you got it there. So anyways, enjoy yourself for sure. Okay, once you go, have yourself a great evening. VE9GM, VE1JBL.
73, VE9GM.
39 Golf Mike, VE938. VE9 Golf Mike, VE9GM, VE938.
VE1, EEE testing.
Would you believe you're being heard in northeastern New Brunswick? VE1, Echo, 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 testing. VE9, Victor, Echo, Alpha.
VE9, VEA, good evening to you, Vern, V1 Triple E, and how do you do, young fella?
Too bad, I just was here resting a bit, and got a net coming up at 9 o'clock. Already done the Wednesday night Fusion Net, and just waiting for the, what is it? Well, oh, freak. The net is called the Miramachi Area Net. It's only on a couple of repeaters up here. So we're just over here resting and taking it easy and waiting for that to come on. Then we'll participate in that and then we'll call it a day. So how is the Carrot King doing? VE1, Triple E, VE9, Victor Echo Alpha.
VE9, VEA, V1 Triple E. Yeah, no, we're doing fine, we're doing great, and I came on here to check the net, but I guess it must be over. I thought it was on, but it must have come on today. I had a small bunch, so I'm just still on to it. Well, that's no problem. There's always another time there. And no, I'm doing fine, keeping busy. Always something to do, Vern. And how have you been? How have you been keeping yourself there, Vern? Go ahead.
Same old thing, basically the same old thing, and I don't change too much. Don't have an acre of pain, but I got no muscle strength, basically. Very little muscle strength there left now, so when I do something, it's an awful effort to try to move, I'll tell you that. And oh, by the way, the net comes on at 7 o'clock Wednesday night, and he was on at 7. Jim, JBL did the net, he was on at 7, and the net's closed down there, so it's 7 o'clock on Tuesday night, Joe, and Friday night is 8 o'clock with Triple E net. They called it Triple E net, they must have been thinking of you when they named it. VE1, Triple E, VE9, Victor Echo Alpha.
Yeah, V9, VEA, V1 Triple E. Okay, it's hard to remember the times. I'm not on that much. So 7 o'clock Wednesday, 8 o'clock Friday. That I'll try to remember. Yeah, if it was the same time, at least you'd remember, but I can mix up. I'm not on radio too much at night, but most of the time I do my radios in the morning, a bit in the afternoon, but nighttime I'm enjoying movies. So I'm a movie buff, so I used to watch a couple of movies every night. So right now one movie is over and another one's starting in about another 10 to 15 minutes, so we're going to go and watch that. So, but anyway, I thought I'd come on and make some noise, and my gosh, we found you on here anyway, so you're waiting for the 9 o'clock net there, Vern. But, yeah, so there you go. Back to you, Vern. V1 Triple E.
It's QSL, yeah. Well, glad to hear you like the movies there and everything. As long as they're not X-rated movies, I'll let you look at them there, Joe. So we'll go from there. Yep, that's the time. 7 o'clock Wednesday night, 8 o'clock Friday night. Both digital lists and all that stuff. So we'll go from there. VE1, Triple E, VE9, Victor Echo Alpha.
Yeah, V9, VEA, V1 Triple E. Okay, Vern, well, I'll let you go. Thanks for coming in there, buddy. Have yourself a good one. 7-3 for now. We'll get you down to Go X for sure there. From Victor Echo 1, Echo is going QRT.
Yep, QSL, Joe. QSL.